And you can just see how insane he is for that ball, right? Hey guys, so today we're gonna do a video on play. I think play is a topic that people really overcomplicate. It's actually not that complicated. What you have to do is you have to look at the dog that you're working with and you have to determine, what does that dog like? What does that dog enjoy? I'm going to take 3 different dogs, 3 different ages, 3 different types of dog. And I'm gonna talk about what I'm doing and what I'm seeing with those dogs. And you guys are going to learn a little bit today about structured play, meaningful play, the play that you can use to really give your dog an outlet for their energy and also to reward your dog for a job well done. Okay guys, so obviously first up, I'm gonna have Gage. You guys all know Gage very well, or maybe you don't. This is gonna be your introduction to him, but you will know he has a very distinctive play style, and the way he plays is not an accident. I realized that these were things that he liked to do as a puppy. Come on. You'll notice he loves to bring the ball to me and make contact with me. He likes to stand here, he likes to wrap me up with his front paws, and he really likes this conflict that we make here. I hold him in close, right? And I make taps on the ball. He loves this, right? This is what gets him going. He feels like he's on me, he's holding me, and he's also fighting with me. These are all things that he likes. Now, if I fight with him, okay, he likes this, I let him win, what does he do? Oof. He makes that contact again and goes to this place, right? And this is really how he likes to enjoy the ball. This is how he likes to enjoy the play. It's really, he likes the ball by itself, and there are some dogs, they really like the ball by itself, but this is a dog that really thrives on fighting, okay? He loves to fight, he likes to have that conflict. Now, of course, when you're doing this kind of play with this kind of dog, I raised this dog from puppy, and he has a lot of respect for me, right? But the dog needs to have respect for you. If he doesn't have respect for you, this can escalate into something that can become unpleasant if you don't know what you're doing. So it's all about just recognizing, what does the dog like? Once we have the dog to the point, and you can see like hyper engaged, he is ready to play, he wants to play, you know, this is he has a high out. He has a very high desire for this toy, okay? So now it's useful that I can make it in obedience here. Right? Foos. Good. Yep. Very nice, man. Very nice. And right away, when he gets that toy, oof, he comes in, okay? Same thing you will see in the fetch behavior, right? So when I throw the toy, woo, come on. What does he do when he brings it back? What's the default behavior? Oof. And this is the default behavior. Out. Yeah, boy. As you can see, he likes possessing the ball, but he also likes fighting me for possession of the ball, which is why he wants to be here instead of over there with the ball. And he loves it when I reach, right? So if I reach for the ball, you see how he's looking at my hand? Oh, he's gonna grab it, oh, right? But he re-engages and he seeks that interaction, right? Whoa. Right? You can see that. He loves that possession game. He likes that contest for the ball. This is really what gets him going. When I say we're all done, we are all done. All done. And it's over, right? And that, when you have that ability to cap the play, when you have that ability to say, okay, it's over now, right? You actually are going to start building more desire for the dog to play the next time, because he's like, oh man, that was so much fun, but I can't play anymore because he said I can't play anymore. And now you're creating more scarcity around something that you want the dog to value highly. Hey guys, sorry to interrupt the video, but I just wanted to take a quick second to mention some of the awesome online training courses that we have available at shieldk9online.com. Whether you have a new puppy, a behavior problem, or you just want a really well-trained off-leash dog, check out our Shield K9 online course portal today. Okay guys, so the next dog I'm going to use is basically the polar opposite of Gage. It's a puppy that's less than 1 year old, and she's more of a happy-go-lucky personality. You can see with Gage, he's a little more intense. He likes fighting with me, you know. There's a little edge to his play, and that's how he plays, and that's how he gets the most out of play. That's how it's extremely satisfying for him. It gives him that dopamine rush. Bang, on the other hand, is more of a happy-go-lucky personality. She still likes to, you know, compete, but it's not with that same edge. So you're gonna see her, it's a little bit of a different style of play that she has. Get that ball. Come on, Bang Bang, woo! You can see she's a little more happy, a little more bouncy. Oh yeah, oh yeah. You know, she's not as crazy on the ball as Gage is. Yeah, she loves this bouncing. Ever since she was a puppy, I've noticed that she loves to jump, she loves to bounce, right? So it only makes sense that that's a big part of her play, right? Now you'll notice I have her on a lead, right? And that's just because I'm reinforcing the rules with the leash. Remember what I said, rules are a very important part of play. Letting her win, seeing what she wants to do naturally. She loves carrying that ball around. She is big on the carry. She loves carrying it. You can see how much she gets out of carrying it, but she also likes to compete. Oh, oh. And what a lot of people do is they do the same boring play, right? Like, there's your ball, rah, 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 and done, right? And if you want the dog to really like engaging with you and playing with you, it is so important that you vary the play. Out. She really likes fetch, and she likes carry. Some dogs are, like, every dog likes fetch, but some dogs love fetch. For her, it's high on the list of things she really likes to do. She likes to win, she likes to jump, and you'll notice that she doesn't possess the ball on me. She doesn't have that, like, high level of possession that Gage has, right? And her play is more kind of goofy, bouncy, happy-go-lucky. Now, some of it's a function of her being a puppy, but I'm telling you, Gage did not play like this as a puppy, right? They're just a different type of dog. They've got different wiring, different things get them going. Oh, yeah. Good girl. Out. So you'll see that a lot of my play with her is I'll drop the ball or I'll throw the ball on the when I tell her to take it, because this really gets her going. Out. Oh yeah. Bang. Woo. And she's gonna run right by me. Boom. And I'm gonna stop her with the leash. This is the big thing, you know, a lot of people, they're like, oh, my dog doesn't bring the toy back to me. It's like, yeah, because you're not playing with a leash, silly. Right? Start with a leash, teach the dog the rules, reinforce those rules, make sure the dog understands those rules really well before you take the leash off. Out. So you'll see that I do things to keep her stimulated, whereas Gage is always stimulated. I don't need to keep him as stimulated. With her, come on, I need to keep her more stimulated and more engaged, because her natural behavior is a little bit more easily distracted. She doesn't have extreme drive for the ball like Gage has. She likes it and she'll work for it. Out. But, come on. Getting after it and catching it is big for her. But you can see the tug. She likes the tug, but she doesn't love the tug. She really likes chasing it. That's when you really see her really, you know, enjoy that aspect of pursuing. Out. Oh, yeah. Oh, she really likes getting after it. That's where you'll see her really open up. So with her, my play is going to have more of a go and chase it and fetch it kind of vibe instead of let's fight over it, let's possess it. For her, that's really what obviously gets her going. So as you can see, very different than Gage. Out. Good. Yeah. Foos. Oh, you were fast. I didn't think you were going to get that. I'm trying to make you lose. Oh, you are fast. Oh, you missed it. You lost it. All right, guys, so the last dog that you're going to see me work with here is Chico. Chico, I've had the least amount of time of the 3 dogs. Now, of all of them, he probably has the highest level of prey drive. And what that means is that he values this all by itself. He doesn't need an interaction with me to really enjoy possessing this. This thing is the be-all and end-all for him. This little piece of rubber is his crack cocaine. Gage loves it. Chico is obsessed with it. Chico would kill his own mother for this, right? So it's literally like looking at somebody that's addicted to meth, or, you know, like that's kind of how it operates for him. You've got to understand that the possession of this, having this in his mouth, you know, just pulsing his grip on it, he just gets so much out of that. You're gonna see how I play with him. He still must interact with me. The mistake you can make with a dog like this is allowing him to believe that this by itself is worth everything. It's like, no, this is really good by itself, but with me it's even better. And that's the key. Yeah, good. And you can see even just how he takes the ball. Like if you know anything about dogs and you see how he takes the ball, and you see even how he holds the ball, right? You can see it's like not a hectic way that he holds the ball. Very firm, very tense, right? The muscles in his body, like when I take the ball, see how he tenses up, right? That's all just that prey and the possession. It's just like, it just tenses like every muscle in his body. Oof, he's that dog, you know? He has a presence. He does like to engage with me, right? But it's not the same way that Gage engages with me. I think if I allowed him to do what I allow Gage to do, especially because I didn't raise him, that could get dangerous really quickly. But with him, just this, you can see, right? Like just me, a little bit of interaction here and him winning. So when he first came, he loved the ball, but he really did not want to interact with me and the ball together. But now that we have like a little bit of a vibe, you can see that he does seek that interaction. He does seek that interaction. He likes to play with his ball, but he also likes to bring it to me, as you can see. Good job. Good job. And you can just see in his body language, just the extreme prey drive. Good. And I want you guys to see this, right? Like, of course, a dog like Chico, he must have rules, but you can just see, like, just see how his brain operates when it comes to this piece of out, sit. And we're still working a little bit on the rules with Chico. Good. Yep. And you can just see how insane he is for that ball, right? Well, I told you, I'm not lying when I say that this thing for him is an obsession. He is insane for this thing. If I threw this over a cliff, he would jump. He would go, he would kill himself, right? Like literally he would. I have to be very careful about how I've injured him already a couple of times accidentally. Just, I'm used to, you know, Gage, I'm used to Bang. This is a dog that he literally will put 110% of his body into taking the ball. So if I throw it off at a weird angle or something like that, he will literally hurt himself going after it. Just the way he's, like, he just doesn't have any governor. He has no internal governor in how he gets after it, because his obsession for that ball is so high. And you could even see how he possesses the ball, how he holds the ball, right? Yes, boy. I've taught him to enjoy the interaction with me, right? But you can see the play is, it's certainly a very different kind of interaction. I am not going to throw this ball for him because he will injure himself picking it up. Though even the way he picks it up is a little bit too extreme, right? So I have to be careful, obviously, from a physical standpoint, not to injure the dog. Yes, good. Good. Out. Sit. And you can see he's still a little out of control there on that out. Yep. Yep. There we go. Oh, yeah, that was fun. So the key to playing with him is making sure that he enjoys himself, making sure that he understands that me and the ball are together, but also really allowing him to enjoy the ball the way he likes to enjoy the ball. Just as with every dog, when we play with them, for some dogs, they have very little drive for the actual toy, but they really love the interaction between the handler and the toy. And for some dogs, the toy itself is hyper valuable, but you don't want to divorce the toy from the handler. The more the dog understands that you and the toy are together, the more the dog is going to make some very nice associations between you and the games or the toys or the objects that he or she loves so much. I want to really encourage you to not make the mistake of making the game about the toy. I see a lot of handlers do this. Here's your toy, all done. And for dogs that work like that, especially if you've got like a sport dog or something like this, that dog's never working for you. That dog is always working for his toy. You want the dog that's going to work for you with or without the toy present. You teach the dog to associate you and the toy and the interaction between you, the toy, and the dog as being more valuable than the toy by itself. Then you're in the money. When it's just, yeah, here's your toy, here's your food, here's whatever, right? It's a very transactional relationship. The dog will always be a mercenary. So you have to have that understanding when you work with these dogs, whether it's a high drive working dog like the dogs that I showed you or more of a normal pet type dog. Structure play is a very powerful tool that will help you in your relationship with the dog. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment below. If you're interested in our step-by-step how-to online training courses, check those out, shieldcanineonline.com. And if you're interested in following us on Patreon, I show a lot of behind-the-scenes footage there, footage of dogs like Chico, footage of dogs like Bang, and a lot of the little things that I'm doing with them behind the scenes. So check that out as well. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.